Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. And off we go from Arizona. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
19, right here. 19,
off play action. He'll set up to throw. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. 2nd and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a first down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have 3rd and potentially 4th down, and you only need a couple yards.
And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Moving outside the pocket toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open.
That one just keeps getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They send the tight end in motion. In motion now, it's Collins. fire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see.
He gets free. And he'll take this one in. Ray Benson. Touchdown, Arizona.
That was a special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact balance and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He's going to look for the home run ball. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Joshua Clowney to kick off for the Rams.
All square now at 6 aside as the ball's back in the air again. Safe kick taken at the 5. He is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set. Here we go. Huh. Ready,
and the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Jack Sanborn on the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
7 Pirates, Cowboy 80, Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's Richardson. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here we go, set. 60 Vikings, 60.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he will score. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
And that is no good again. It'll be his second missed extra point of this afternoon. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all.
And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. His 4th TD grab of the season. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do. But I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This will be returned from the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
slot man in motion right. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now, faking the give. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Handoff here, up the middle. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. That's the former number 1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He gets free. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. Something you did not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Here's Carney now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, Richardson. To the right side here, pass is caught. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 74 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
So Richardson and the offense ready to go for two.
The Cardinals will line up for the two-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Tight end going in motion here. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. One quarter in the books. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football as they've got it with first and 10. Motion the slot man right. It's first down, and they'll run. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They'll stick with him again. Finds an alley to the 35. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's first and goal.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with first and goal.
Quick throw, taken in. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, L.A. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. Back to the right side. Caught by the crowd. Big strides Look at him go. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
So Richardson and the offense ready to go for two.
Get to me! 18, 5, Cowboy 80. Go!
They'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught down that right sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
And the Rams 1st down.
Back to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Rams. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's complete. It's taken down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
15 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Bronco 80, 19 Lions. That's ready, right?
Out of shotgun, Richardson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And 15.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and long. Richardson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he's going to have a Cards first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
That is caught for 3, and he'll take it on in. Take down. Touchdown, Cardinals. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
42. Rams 24.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Second down, they'll run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Slot man in motion right. Now they'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down. Josh Sweat in for the sack. He registers number 14 on the year. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. In motion now, it's Collins. They do indeed snap as they'll try. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
70 Lions.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. He'll look to throw. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And he will get into the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Rams.
He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Great. He might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Richardson. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. So Richardson and the offense ready to go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the
65, 60.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
start on the ground. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. The Rams use their third and final timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll stay on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down. First and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That one intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And good running on the return. That'll help him out. Has the ball right around the 45-yard line.
Well, if there's one thing we can say about this quarterback, Mike, is he has certainly been entertaining. I mean, there's been a lot of good, a little bit of bad, and it's kind of come all over the place. But as many nice throws as he's made, he's got to cut down on some of the interceptions.
On the set. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Here we go. Let go. Hawk.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
70, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Let go.
From the gun, Richardson. No one there to pick up the pressure. He'll go down. They got it.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete. De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. And that'll set up fourth down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
60 average, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Lions. Ready.
Now Richardson. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And that is tossed in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, L.A. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a game.
Now a signal, timeout called, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Broncos switch. Broncos. Now let's go.
Again, it's Benson. Has some room inside the 30. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That one good for 29.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Ray Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and before goes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
So this is going to be the final play of the half. No time left on the clock. They'll try to add 2 more to this lead before halftime. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Start out with a run, and it's Benson.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Ready, ready.
They'll go again with Benson. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. And that is incomplete. Trey Benson, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
65 catch. Pass all 80.
They'll go. Richardson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep in your own territory, you're making quite the statement that you are going to be aggressive all day.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Send a man in motion right. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
180. Regular.
They'll send their tight end left. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll go. Mayfield. This is Collins, 2. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Rad. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season.
Yeah, this is not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
That one is no good, not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They try the right side with Benson. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
60 Eagles, 70 Rangers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this 2nd half. That grab gets them a first down. They'll run. Here's Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and Give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Cut 19. Here we go. Start.
On second down, Richardson. Pass complete there to Harrison. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2 and no further.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
The motion man is Nakua. They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway. So that'll cost them half the distance. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Hurry, hurry! 180! What's up?
Following the penalty, they'll run it. Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap him back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
19 Chargers.
Here's Richardson. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's
Second and 10.
Down and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their efforts.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. In motion now, it's Collins. Up the middle they go. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10.
Regular. 180.
They motion a receiver right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. This one batted in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, break. Here we go. Panther 60, Pat.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's good.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Get it. 19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
Here's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again.
Ready?
And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
To Marvin Harrison Jr. A 9-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal.
Let's go.
Richardson to throw. This caught, and he will score again. Trey Benson, touchdown, Arizona. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So Richardson and the offense ready to go for 2.
Ready?
He'll drop the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. On 1st down is Mayfield. There's that man again. Another catch. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards. Putting back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cardinals' 18-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Scott.
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. And he's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Hardy now to add the extra point. That one is no good, not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Come on.
Now Murray on 1st down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On 2nd down, they're going to run the option here to the right. Off the sideline, past the 30. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. They get 21 on that one. It's an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
2-2. 2-2. That's one. 2-2.
They'll go with the option here to the short side. And he'll get about 6 out of that run before being forced out of bounds.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Big ace, big ace.
Murray's going to hand this to Benson. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Kinching.
By the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
In motion now, it's Collins. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's good for 27 and a first down.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Now he's loose again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Ray McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Is his third touchdown of the afternoon. So Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away.
Tank Dell on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
There. Good defense, held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here.
And he's got another one. Touchdown, LA. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14-point deficit.
56.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 34-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Benson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. A run with Benson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll
try and run here with Benson.
At this stage of the game, it's all about maximizing your possessions. But in order to get the ball back, your defense needs stops. Great job there on third and short, forcing the fourth down. In all likelihood, they're going to get the ball back here late in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Murray. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Who you got?
That one incomplete.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
21 yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
That is caught, and he will score again. Brandon Brown, touchdown, Arizona. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Receiver in motion, going right. On first and 10, here's Baker. Right side, complete to Nakua. The Rams use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 44-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
In motion now, it's Collins. On play action, Mayfield. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike, and just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
They bring the tight end in motion. In motion now, it's Collins. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the 1st down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. He'll throw on 1st down with Murray. Crush gets incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
A quick throw taken in out wide by Dell. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Murray on 3rd down. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. That's taken in.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they have signaled for a timeout. Curious there, not sure the logic, but one stoppage with 5 seconds to go. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Darnell Wright, guilty that time. The motion man is Nakua. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say, so long from Glendale.